What's going on, Socialites? Ryan here with the Global Pokemon Society, back for some Pokemon UNITE discussion. The mobile release is live, and let's be honest, it's really the full game release. We were just playing beta version 2.0 the last couple months because the new UI, the new change to the game, they're looking clean. If you want a more in-depth video about that, definitely leave a like on this one, comment below. I can break down the patch notes more in depth. We can talk about some of the new items and everything and the new battle pass. I'll talk a little bit about them as we go through here, but I'm not gonna make this a 45-50 minute video for you. But yeah, also comment down below, even if you have played the Switch already or not the Switch version, are you going to be playing the mobile version? I do hear it does run more optimally. I'm more of an analog gamer though, so I'm gonna stay on the console. But yeah, make sure even if you do have the Switch though, that you do sign in at least once to the mobile. That way you can get Pikachu unlocked. If you already have them unlocked, you will get the coin refund for that, and you get the special festival Hollowware skin for Pikachu. So definitely make sure you take advantage of that while you can. Alright, so yeah, let's go through this. So no new Pokemon were added to the game. I thought maybe Sylveon, I guess Mamoswine has been leaked, its moveset and stuff, so I guess we're going to be seeing Mamoswine next. Usually if that stuff's getting leaked, it's the next one on the block. So we got the same Pokemon, but big balance changes, and we'll go through them as we kind of go through each Pokemon here. And we're going to start with our Perennial D Tier. This poor guy, Absol, always been in the D Tier, but guess what? He got some big buffs to a couple of his moves, Night Slash and Sucker Punch, and there's a new item that was added, the Razor Claw, which does extra damage, increases your crit rate, and for melee attackers, which Absol is, adds a slow effect when they hit their basic attacks. That sounds like a damn good item for Absol. So with all these changes to Absol, Absol goes right in. He's a good Pokemon. He's looking a lot better. Buffs to his moves in the new Razor Claw. You can run Razor Claw, Scope Lens, and something like a Focus Sash or, you know, Muscle Band, something like that, and you know, you're looking good. You're looking real good. Alright, next up we got Ninetales. Ninetales has always been up in the A tier. No real changes to Ninetales. Just kind of some fixes, but nothing big with that. So kind of stays where it is. It's still really good CC, getting the freeze and everything. Okay, next up is Charizard. Charizard had a change to their Unite move. Now instead of starting flying around and then going for the slam, you start off with the slam and then you get to fly around. So that kind of helps more with like the timing of stuff. But it also kind of stinks because a lot of people would use that grab as like a finisher. But there were also ways to play around that grab. You know, Greninja had a lot of stuff that they could do to play around that. So, you know, give and take. I do think that the Razor Claw is really good for Charizard as well. I definitely want to try a Charizard set. So let me know if you're thinking of playing Charizard. But I think Charizard has kind of moved up a bit. I think we're going to find it in the A tier now with these changes, especially the items. And it did get some buffs to a lot of its moves as well. I was talking about the Unite move, but cooldown decreases on Flamethrower and Fire Blast, as well as a fix to Fire Punch burning multiple targets. So with all that, Charizard goes right up to the A tier. I definitely want to try a Jungle Zard with the Razor Claw Scope Lens. Like, I think you could be doing some big damage. Cinderace. Cinderace kind of took a step back to Greninja for the last month or so. Maybe like 3 weeks. But Cinderace got a buff. Oh my god, can you believe it? Cinderace got a buff to Pyro Ball damage increase and a cooldown reduction. And it got a cooldown reduction to Flame Charge. So now it looks like Flame Charge Pyro Ball is kind of the way to go. A lot of people are going away from Faint. And Cinderace has reclaimed its spot as the #1 AD carry. Probably the best jungler in the game. But we'll get to more about that. Back in the S tier for Cinderace. All you Cinderace mains with your pirate skins, rejoice. Cramorant, our poor birdie, he got a little bit of a nerf to his Surf, getting his damage lowered, and to his Unite move, getting a big damage decrease on the Unite move. Actually, Surf, it's quite a bit too, but it's mostly the Gallon Gulp missile. He did get a damage increase to the boosted auto attack, which does help with his Surf and Dive combos. So I think he'll still be fine for his zoning and CC and everything. So I'm going to put him in B. His Unite move was always a little awkward anyway, so it does stink that it's nerfed. But, you know, say la vie to that one. Alright, next up we got Crustle. Boy, Crustle, man, there's so many changes that are going on here. And Crustle didn't get any of them. So he's still alright. He's still good. I think a lot of people like the Razor Claw on him as well. I'm going to put him in B tier. I think that there are still some better defenders. But again, the Razor Claw is real nice. The other new items, I guess we'll talk about them real quick. The Choice Specs, doing extra damage based on your special attack stat. And the Weakness Policy, which gives you a small boost to your attack stat when you take damage. They're good. Like, they're not like leftovers or Rocky Helmet that are just bad items. Ao's Cookie. But the Razor Claw is the one that you're going to see more competitive play. I wouldn't be surprised maybe a Weakness Policy set on Cramorant though. Maybe go Razor Claw, Weakness Policy, and then like Buddy Barrier or Focus Sash. I don't know. You still need something to give it both. Sometimes only having 3 items is tough. Alright, next up we got Eldegoss. Eldegoss, perennially an S and A tier pick. I think it still finds itself in the A tier. It got a slight buff to Leaf Tornado with its effect. So I think it's still solid. It's still in the A tier. Good support. Garchomp. Garchomp's been getting a lot of buffs lately. And it continues to get buffs. This time not to his moves, but to its stats. Getting a defense and special defense increase. You know, which is very important. So Garchomp, all-arounders are still in an awkward spot. But they are becoming more and more viable. You know, Garchomp's been getting a lot of buffs. It's been doing good. I definitely want to test more. I think, again, Razor Claw helps this Pokemon so much. Like, it could be... Honestly, it probably is A tier with Razor Claw set. Razor Claw Muscle Band. You know, Focus Sash. I could see something like that. You know, I'm going to do it. All you Garchomp fans, you've been grinding since the day this game came out a couple months ago. You've been waiting for this. Garchomp crosses into the upper echelon. Throw that Razor Claw on there. Use, we'll talk about this now, use those super item enhancers if you want. I'm not telling you exactly what items to use it on. It all depends on what Pokemon you like, but with your 3 item enhancers, once you get to level 14, which isn't that hard, you know, you can get those held items right up to level 30. Be crushing it with the best of them. Gardevoir, I think Gardevoir, this is one that I think the choice specs will be good on, for sure. But yeah, it didn't really get any changes, so I'm going to keep in the B tier. It's like the special attacking version of Garchomp, you know. So, I think B tier is fine. Gengar, oof. This is our first boy. He got a nice costume upgrade with the new Space Gengar, which I think the Space Ghastly is super cute. I might just play, and then when I evolve to Haunter, I'll quit the game, find another one. You know, only in pubs. I wouldn't do that in ranked for you, because I wouldn't be playing Gengar in ranked. Unfortunately, he is still not good. And with everyone else getting buffed, and him getting really no changes, just a bug fix on his Lick, which is only when he's Haunter and Ghastly. Yeah, he's in the D tier. Hopefully he gets a little bit of a buff somewhere along the way. Greninja. Greninja got a attack and HP decrease, which is pretty big when you're talking about the 80 carry. But he did get a buff to his substitutes and double team. Apparently now in double team, they will attack your target, your opponent. So, and apparently that's doing quite a bit of damage, so that could be a new thing. I'm going to be hesitant. I think Cinderace has taken over for Greninja, so I'm going to put Greninja in A tier. I think he's still good, though. He's still really good. Still use him. You know, he got buffs to a bunch of his other moves previously, so he's still going to hit hard. He's just going to be a little more squishy, for sure. Lucario, they nerfed Power Up Punch and buffed Close Combat, but really the nerf to Power Up Punch, you can't really tell. Lucario's still S tier. Forever S tier. Never leaving. Machamp. Man, I wish Machamp could be good. I think with Razor Claw, it definitely helps. You know what I'm saying with Razor Claw, it helps. Razor Claw, great item addition for sure. But he didn't really get any changes to his kit. So he's going to sit in the B tier still. I still look back to that Cross Chop nerf and just think that they didn't have to do that. I was liking Machamp before that Cross Chop nerf. But maybe with Razor Claw, you can bring it back. You get those increased critical hits. Mr. Mime. I think, as always, Mr. Mime just finds himself in the B tier. He's good when he's good, and he's not good when he's not good. So, maybe he's in C tier. Just because we need some people in C tier. And he didn't really get, like, any changes other than a couple bug fixes. So, okay, we're going to put him in C tier. Sorry, Mime mains. You're somewhere here, but you know, we're trying to make this a full sort of thing. Pikachu is pretty bad. He needs a buff. He needs a buff now. I think I still kind of like him better than Gengar, though, just for steal potential. So I'm going to put him in the C tier. We might end up moving him down, though. We'll see, but he needs some help. He didn't get any changes either to his kit. Alright, next up we got Slowbro, who again didn't really get any fixes. You notice the people who got fixes, they're getting big jumps here. Slowbro, I think, has also fallen down. He's in C tier. Crustle is better as a offensive defender, and we'll get to the other defenders, but they are kind of like still up at the core kind of, you know, set of stuff going on. Speaking of another defender, Snorlax, still S tier, still one of the best laners in the game. Can't bring this man down. You could try a weakness policy flail set, you know, with Yawn. I think that would be good. Just Snorlax just continues to get better. Talonflame got a nice little buff as well. I say little, but he was one of the ones that got a big buff. He got an attack increase, huge. He got a buff on fly, cooldown reduction, and increased speed while you're flying. And his Unite gauge ticks up faster now. It's easier to charge. So Talonflame in the jungle, I think it could definitely be a thing now. Again, the Razor Claw also helps, although you are so fast, I don't think that would matter too much to you anyway. Venusaur got a buff too, not to his Solar Beam Sludge Bomb set, but to the Petal Dance and Giga Drain set, increasing the reduction of damage that Venusaur takes after using Giga Drain. And Petal Dance got a buff to the damage, almost a 25% buff, pretty big, as well as a cooldown reduction and a buff to the movement speed duration that you got from Petal Dance. So big buffs to Venusaur. I think that propels Venusaur right up into the A tier. Some people are saying he's S tier. Some people are saying Petal Dance is crazy good. I still think Venusaur is pretty squishy, so we'll have to see if the Petal Dance and Giga Drain set really takes off, letting you kind of go in and tank some hits and then Petal Dance, get out of there. You know, kind of a totally different idea than the Sludge Bomb and Solar Beam Sniper set that we know. Wigglytuff got a nerf to its Sing and a decrease to its special attack, and also decrease to Dazzling Gleam and Pound, but I still think it's really good. Still really annoying. I mean, it was doing a lot of damage, but it's still really annoying. I think it's still up in the A tier. They changed it so that sleep, you would wake up when you got hit if you were asleep, but it's still kind of slow, like you waking up. So it's still really annoying when Sing can just go in and knock out, you know, 3 Pokemon for a couple seconds. Zeraora, he got a small buff with this patch, but I don't think he's not where he used to be when he first came out. That's for sure. So we're gonna put him down. I think he's still in B tier. He got a increase on his slash, which makes his early game a little bit better. A kind of a decrease to his spark, where you can't spam it as much, and a buff to the wild charge attack. But I still don't really see like too much from Zeraora. Blissey the tank. No real changes for Blissey. I think it's still good though. It's still up there. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I think the A tier is like really good. And then Blastoise as well. Blastoise got a small nerf to its rapid spin ability, but it really didn't get any damage reduction. So Blastoise still looking really nice as another defender. So yeah, I mean that's kind of it. Like, there are a lot of good Pokemon right now. A lot of nice changes. Again, the new items and the item enhancers allowing you to max out one of your kits is very nice. I like these balance changes. We'll have to see. Could still be more of the same old, but you just see how heavy the A tier is now. There's a lot of good Pokemon. Even the B tier, like, I think Absol could be really good. Crustle has its moments to shine, you know. And like I said, Mime could probably be a B tier. You know, kind of stretching just to kind of like stretch it out a bit. But yeah, let me know what you think of the tier list. What Pokemon are you excited to use? What did you use your super item enhancers on if you've used them already? Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Try to get some more Pokemon Unite content out for you. Probably play a bunch this weekend. And as always, stay classy, society.